Well, hi. So, I finally bought myself some Remount spray glue from 3M, and let's check how well it works. I'm really curious. Hope it does well because it's like 5 times more expensive as the glue I normally use. But if this works well, then it's worth every penny. So the idea with oh, let's not zoom in. The 3M remount is that you can actually remount stuff. So, in short, you can also get stuff off, which is really nice. The spray glue I use, they say you can make a temporary bond if you only spray in one side, like normal contact adhesive. It's still sticky, by the way, but what I noticed with the new Captain foil, the new Captain foil was not able to pull the aluminium foil that I cut it off the cutting mat without leaving the aluminium on the cutting mat. That's no good. Could be 2 reasons. The glue on here is too strong. Or 3 reasons actually. There is too much glue on here, which I have troubles with in the past. Or third, the aluminium is dirty and doesn't bond well to the aluminium, to the Captain foil, to the silicone stuff. So I might need to clean it before I use it. Who knows? But first, I'm gonna clean a little piece here. Now let it flash off, and we're gonna use some 3M remount stuffy. Also gonna move this thing out a little bit so I don't spray too much on my linear reels. What are the instructions? This does have enough now, and it's in Dutch, so apparently that something else is also although, yeah, it is, or the old product that we already know. Doesn't say how to use it in Dutch. I'm pretty sure it's something like pressing on the thing then. Oh no, that's one of those weird nozzles. Okay, that's okay. Is that enough? I hardly see anything come out, but who knows? It does smell. So I sprayed here. That's really sticky. I wonder if you can get something off, because that feels really, really sticky. Now I got some foil here. I need new blades. Look at this. Probably gonna rip instead of cut. Ah, it cut. And it fucks up again. This is where it fucks up usually, and it fucks up. Looks like 35 euros down the drain. I can't believe a product that is so expensive works more or less the same or shittier than the other product. At least the other product I could cut the foil, but couldn't get it off. So there is a, well, both is not ideal. some places are stickier than others. So maybe I didn't use enough. There was hardly any stuff going out. Maybe that's the problem. So there is a white haze. You cannot see it, but it leaves a white haze of glue. Let me read the instructions. Maybe you have to wait a little bit or don't have to wait. I always cut this with 2 of these, so I'm not sure why that should be a problem. So okay, so there's your coil. Now I'll start weeding, the official name. Yeah, that's quite some. And before this, so that's really quite some. I don't think glue. Hold on to my stuff. So not good for these. And I got my frame with the new Captain stuff. I'll put it on here. I think Remount is actually the same as the other stuff they used, except maybe a different combination of naphtha in this case and the glue itself. Like proportions, I don't know. But let's see if it works. I cut the foil out. And I should be able to save this piece to make another one. Uh-oh, not if I do that. Oh dear. Well, it worked before. Might need to, remove it differently without it tearing. It tears real easy. There's a video where I do the same stuff with the other Captain foil with my old glue, and it worked perfectly fine. I'm not sure why. Maybe the stickiness of this Captain is not as strong, which would be really not so nice. Let's start here. Let's see who's stronger, the glue or... Well... Okay, that worked. Wow, that's fragile. I just want to put it here real quick to show it. So it did work, and this time it didn't leave any of the glue, which is good, and the table is still sticky. So I wonder, you actually need a little bit more glue apparently. This one works, but only barely, I think. It's still tricky. So by the looks of it, maybe remount works better, but I have to do some more to see if that's actually the case, because if it fails during cutting every time, that will be quite annoying. Yeah, it's too shiny. This is very light. So that's one that worked. Too bad the foil, failed, because yeah, I wanted to do another one and see if that one worked as well. I mean, 2 out of 2 would be better, but I can see some wrinkles already, which if it's wrinkling, it's gonna be a problem, because it will tear the foil over there. So here the edges have wrinkles. Not sure why. Ha! So that's weird. You cut the whole thing and it looks way better. The cut quality looks much better, but why? Not sure if it's visible, but it looks much better. And I didn't reapply any glue, so I just stick on this aluminium foil on the same glue. Maybe you need a rather thick coat to work effectively. I don't know. Now let's make sure it doesn't rip the Captain. No. It's rather hard to not rip it. I remember I did this before 2 times and I did not rip him. Somehow, now I rip it every time. Maybe I'll put a tape next time in between, so it doesn't rip all the way. So I squished it in. Now the question is, can we remove it? And I noticed removing is the easiest way from this side. If you do it here, you will, well, what I had at least, these don't come along. We can try that, because if it works, then we know this is releasing easier. I know my hand is in the way, and it does work. So it releases much easier than my previous amount of glue that was on the table. Might be the amount or the glue itself. So this worked 2 times in the same glue area. So what I'm wondering about is, can we add another piece of foil here and do the exact same thing? It's a weird place to rip. The most easy part, it failed. But it did all the coil, etc. So I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah. 3M, 3 mount, is it good? I don't know, here it seems fine, there it fucks up. Maybe I didn't wait long enough, maybe I didn't use enough glue. Is there someone that uses the remount a lot on his cutting method and maybe have experienced the same thing and know what to do? Because that would be nice. Here I reused the same glue 3 times and it worked. Another test, constant velocity, incredible speed. Well, incredible. Much higher. Let's see what it does. So the conclusion. A 3M 3-mount is it much better than home glue spray. Very cheap. Well, this stuff can hold like harder, better than this stuff. But there's a downside of this stuff, that there is a small region where it's also able to pull the material off after you cut it. This stuff seems to, you know, you can get the material off after it. I'm not sure yet how much you have to use of this, to be honest. So that's one thing. Another thing is that this does remain sticky. So if you have if you used it quite a lot, I think this stuff will stay longer usable, but you only know it's not usable anymore when it fills, and then you screw up your design. What I also noticed, and I'll show you, is I'll just put this here for now. So, whoop, with a lot of crap underneath, but okay. You can like roll around. You can roll over it to higher it, but what I noticed what works much better is get something with a sharp edge, and I'll just sanded it a little bit so it's not like scraping. And then when you just do like this, you adhere it, I don't know what it is, on the mat much better than using a roller or a hand or whatever. This is still able to get it off, but it cuts much better. Still, sometimes it fails and I'm not sure why. Might be the blade, might be the speed, might be the weight, I don't know. But at least you can get it off. But as you can see, it is still rather, you know, it's on there. So remount, it's not like it is something really special, I believe. It's just the same kind of glue. It works a tiny bit better of getting stuff off and remains tackier a little bit longer. But it's not, the difference is not insane. I'm not yet sure if it is 5 times better than the crap glue. It is better. Maybe not 5 times, but that might be reason enough to buy it anyway, so. I'll give it a go when I actually gonna make something. I just wanted to try it. But at least this stuff doesn't tack too hard. You know, it's still weaker than the bond of the Captain to aluminium, so there's a possibility to get your stuff off the cutting mat. Unlike this one, when there's too much glue, this one is stronger than the adhesive on the Captain foil, which screws up your whole thing. So I cannot use this with the other stuff, but I could use it for, you know, different projects, but not this one. So, conclusion, yes, it works better. And I know I have a very, you know, the tolerances are really small and the aluminium foil is really thin. If you have a normal cameo or something and you want to cut paper, vinyl or whatever, use this stuff. I'm not sure why there are so many products. Just buy this, clean your mat, spray a little bit of this on there and you can use it for a very long time and clean it afterwards and do it all over again. I have no clue why there are so many other products that I'm pretty sure are shittier. Mostly the water-based ones are not gonna stick as good as this one. I use this piece here for like 7 times now and it still is sticky. Well, see you around.